Hello everyone, my name is Kristen, of course, a writer here at Zelda Dungeon, and today I am, of course, covering the Power, Wisdom, and Courage Zelda Tribute Concert, and of course with one of the couple of performers here today, the Super Guitar Bros. So thank you very much for being here.
Our pleasure. Our pleasure.
You guys just recently came out with your new Ocarina Time-centric album. What led you guys to the decision that you want to make an entire album dedicated to the game?
Well, we had the Gerudo Valley video, we did that cover like years ago. Mm-hmm. And we had a show in Baltimore that we were playing, like a special show called BitGen.
Yeah.
And we were invited to play that. And it was kind of a weird thing where like we were going to be performing in between the bands. Yeah. And it was actually pretty cool. Like we were up on like a balcony and everything. But we needed to like work up songs for that. And for some reason we decided to just do like a bunch of other Ocarina album songs. Yeah. So, we did like Lost Woods and, like, I don't know why that's the only one coming to my head right now.
Well, Lost Woods is a good
Village and
Hyrule Field.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like a bunch of those. And after that, it's like we had all these Ocarina songs and it's like, maybe we should just like come out with an album.
And we had so many songs. We ended up having like 25 something minutes of music. Yeah. We're like, let's just like learn everything we want to learn from this game. Yeah. And just do a full album of just that.
Cool.
Yeah. For like a couple of years, it was sort of like a thing that we would just kind of joke about a little bit, like, oh, hey, maybe we should just do an Ocarina album. And then like the more and more we talked about it, we just kind of got more and more serious. Like, hey, maybe we actually should do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, you guys have been performing live performances for a while now, but what was your first experience performing on live car? Like, I know you guys started on YouTube, but you sort of expand out to live audiences and stuff like that. What was that first experience like?
It was scary, especially for me. Yeah. I'm a lot more chill with the live shows now, but I was terrified. Actually, the first live thing we ever did was a MagFest show.
MagFest, yeah.
So,
nice.
which for those of you who don't know, it's a music and gaming festival. It happens every year, it's freaking huge now.
It's basically just the coolest thing ever.
Yeah. And it's funny because we were talking about going to MagFest.
Yeah.
That year, and they asked us to play it on the second stage. So not like a headliner, but the second.
Your paths
stage.
Crossed on that.
Yeah. But it was pretty cool to go from just straight up YouTube to the first show being MagFest. Yeah. But it was scary.
Yeah.
It was scary for me. It's still scary.
So what got you into playing music, performing music, pretty much? What got into sorry, yeah, tongue tied. What was it that got you into music?
So for me, I started playing electric guitar when I was like, I think 10. Then I started playing acoustic guitar, and then I discovered some classical guitar music on LimeWire. It's like a peer-to-peer.
Yes, I know LimeWire.
Yeah, yes. So I downloaded this thing, and I learned it, and I never looked back. That's how I started playing classical guitar.
Cool. Well,
nah, for me, I was about 12 or 13. I started playing drums, and shortly after that, my older brother, he had an electric guitar that he got for his birthday, and he like never played it. So he's like, hey, if you want, I'll sell you my guitar and my amp for $50. So I was like, yeah, give it to me.
I want that.
And I just started playing that like crazy, and I eventually got into classical guitar. I took classical guitar lessons for a little bit, and for me, what got me into that was hearing like Spanish guitar type music, like Brazilian, like bossa nova and stuff like that.
Yeah. Definitely. I grew up in a Hispanic family, so I know.
Yeah.
Definitely know what you're talking about.
I just love that style of music.
Yeah. What was, let's see, who would you say has been your biggest inspiration for what you do now? Like musical, family, what's been your biggest inspiration?
I mean, there's a lot of video game, inspirations for sure. Like, I feel like the big three for me is like Nobuo Uematsu from Final Fantasy, Koji Kondo from Zelda and Mario, and Yasunori Mitsuda from Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross, and like there's tons others too. But like those are all big inspirations. Outside of video games, I mean, I don't know. I feel like one of the big ones in like the past few years for me is Gabriella from Rodrigo and Gabriella, the like Spanish guitar duo. She is just like so freaking rhythmic and very percussive, and like I love that kind of stuff. She just kills it, so she's awesome.
What about you?
Yeah. So for me, just musically, there's a classical guitar composer, this guy Agustin Barrios, who he died in like 1940, so it's some older stuff. But when it comes to the classical stuff, that's like my absolute favorite, like solo guitar stuff.
That's pretty cool.
And then like just as far as my life, pretty much my dad mostly, because he's always been a musician. That's always been his thing. I wanted to play drums originally, but he was like, "That's too loud." He kind of like
really.
I think he kind of like he nudged me in the direction of guitar. So yeah, that's what it all came from.
Was there any times you second guessed what you're doing now? Was there any times you're like, I don't know if we should just keep on going like this?
Well, we were doing there was a particularly dark time when we were working out the Sonic medley, which is like it's like 8 minutes of music from the first Sonic game. Like
almost
8 minutes of amazing music. So
Thank you very much. But it was really hard arranging all that stuff. It's just technical music, and I remember it was like winter. I just remember it coming over and being dark as hell, and like we just didn't feel good.
And it took a long time to do it. And the other thing I remember from that time too is that like it felt like the only times that we were getting together that like I'd come over to his house was to work on music, was to work on Sonic. And it almost for a while felt like we weren't even like friends as much anymore. It was like it was almost more like just music partners. Yeah. And there was one time where we were like, hey, you know what? Let's take a break. Let's not do any Sonic stuff today. Let's just hang out. Hi, trying to get this way.
Is this your car?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, so sorry.
That's all right.
No
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt your film.
No problem.
That's okay. Thank you. Luckily, I have a brother who can easily edit that.
Edits, baby. Edits. What was the last thing you said? You want to wrap up the end of that?
Well, yeah. So, there was a time where we just didn't. We weren't really like being friends. We weren't like hanging out as friends. So it's just like, hey, you know what? Let's just put the guitars away. Like, let's not work on music stuff. Like, let's just hang out and be friends again. And so we had a night where we just played like Super Nintendo games. We were like playing like Contra 3 and Turtles in Time and stuff. And it's like,
good old days.
This is what being friends again feels like. And that was really good.
Yeah, you have to find a usual good mix up of both, your what you do for a living and like enjoyment, fun, entertainment, stuff
definitely.
like that.
It can't be just like all business.
One more question before I get to this actual Zelda stuff. Sorry. Do you have any words of advice for people looking to get into the kind of business that you're in now? I know, like, up-and-coming YouTubers, it's difficult once in a while because YouTube always changes their algorithm every other day. I mean, what piece of advice did you have for those starting out?
First, I think, like, you gotta, learn how to tag your videos. That's important. Actually, specifically YouTube, there's a PDF that you can get called, like, the YouTube Player Playbook or something. Do you remember that thing?
Oh, yeah.
That thing is really helpful for specifically YouTube. It tells you, like, Google it, YouTube Playbook. I don't think it's too hard to find. Because there's technical things that, like, you just don't know. Like, how do you tag your videos? What's the best way to do that shit? And it's important to have all those things ironed out. And then, things have to look good on YouTube, too. It's like, make sure you invest in some high-quality gear. And make sure your stuff is undeniably good.
And then I would just add to that also, being able to network is really good. And that was sort of a big thing that I learned over the years doing this. Is like, when I was younger, I always used to think of networking as like, all right, I'm going to go out and I've got my business cards and I'm going to go out and network.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not like that at all. Like, networking is literally just talking to people. Like any time you're meeting people and you're talking to people, those are networking opportunities.
Exactly, like we're doing right now.
Yeah, exactly like what we're doing. Like you could be at a show and a friend introduces you to another friend of theirs who is also a musician, and the two of you start talking, all of a sudden you're collaborating together on a song, and then that turns into doing an album together. Like, you never know how that stuff.
That's another thing specifically that helps is collaborating with other people.
Yeah.
Because then their viewers see you and everything.
Yeah, I've done that with me and my brother's YouTube channel where we collaborate with other friends and family that help us out pretty much.
Yeah, it's really important.
Yeah, so Zelda focused ones now. More Zelda focused. What's your favorite piece of Zelda music?
For me, it's always been. Sam's gonna need a minute.
Okay.
But for me, like the absolute like the piece de resistance is freaking the Link to the Past end credits.
Nice. That's very nice.
I haven't heard them play that one inside yet. I'm waiting to hear that.
Yeah, I was expecting to hear it during the Name That Tune segment. That never happened.
Yeah.
What about you?
Usually a piece will stick out for me from a game, but it's really hard for me, man.
Yeah, like not a specific one.
I really don't feel like I have one. I really like the Hyrule Field, as far as performing. It feels really nice to perform, but yeah, man, that's really
I know
hard
it's
for me.
really difficult.
Really hard for me. Like I could answer it for like Final Fantasy or like Chrono Trigger and stuff, but for some reason Zelda, that's
for me
extra tough for me.
For me, it's Wind Waker, but then like I have to get very specific on which Wind Waker.
Which one?
For me, it's between Dragon Roost and the Great Sea Overworld thing.
Oh, like while the ocean? While you're sailing?
Yeah, the sailing one. Those are my two all-time faves. I really enjoyed them.
I really do like the Outside Island music.
Outside Island's another good one. But you see what I mean? It's like I have all of that, and I have to choose one.
Right.
Is there any piece of Zelda music that you think is either underrated or overrated, possibly?
I don't want to say anything's overrated.
I do.
No, overrated.
I'm a hater.
Overrated. I want to hear overrated then.
If I were to pick one that's overrated, I'd say like maybe Lost Woods.
I would agree.
Fuck, man.
I would agree. I like Lost Woods, but after a while, when everybody and their mother just plays that music on a consistent basis, like
and we're gonna play that one tonight, you know.
Don't worry, I won't boo. I promise.
It is all really solid music. I get a little sick of Gerudo Valley.
Yeah.
Because we play it so much, but I think I'm biased in that way.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just have one more big question, Zelda question for you. Between the both of you, which one of you is the biggest Zelda fan?
Jeez.
I feel
I have no idea.
Well, I've played more modern ones. Like I played Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, like you're on Breath of the Wild and stuff. And
he's played more old school stuff, right? You played the one with the frickin' egg or whatever.
The one, Link's Awakening.
Yeah. Never see.
Yeah.
So probably.
I don't know. I just feel like we're both equal in our own ways.
You're both equal here. Okay, that's a safe answer. It's a very safe answer.
It's hard to say.
So what does the future look like for you guys currently?
Well, so this show.
Yeah, well, essentially, what's upcoming for you? What's upcoming for you guys?
We do have quite a bit of things that we haven't recorded yet.
Yeah.
So right now it's probably the beginning of getting things ready for a fourth album. So and it won't be like a game specific album. It'll be a bunch of stuff the way the other albums up there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's it for us here at the Power Wisdom Courage. Where can everybody find you?
Well, the best thing to do is just type Super Guitar Bros into Google, and then you'll find all the things.
All the things. Baby.
But you can find us on YouTube. You can find our albums on Bandcamp. Those are pretty much the main ones.
Those are the main things.
Those are the main things. YouTube and Bandcamp.
Nice. YouTube
Super
is
Guitar
like
Bros.
the home. Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. So with that being said, I'll catch you all later. I'll be coming out with another video shortly for the interview. So take it easy, guys.
Bye.